This is Dr. Micah Jazz with Be Still and Know. Nothing perhaps illustrates the difference between the perception of God and humanity than sunshine. Here we discover that God shines upon both the just as well as the unjust. I may be alone, but I seek to impose my rather frail human perception of what's right and wrong back onto God. Of course, in determining and speaking of what is just to me, I turn a convenient blind eye to my own hypocrisy, often conveniently disguised within my self-righteousness. It seems my human default is always to place undue confidence in my own holiness. Yet God always sees through this and reminds me that my own righteousness is a deceit. I'm never too sure why. I'm never too sure why I, like everyone I assume, feel such a strong inner compulsion to justify myself. It's a fruitless task. I am and shall always remain a sinner saved by grace. Every aspect of my salvation lies beyond any personal contribution. Even my yes to God was a result of God seeking me. The brilliance of a sunny day is that everyone benefits regardless of the circumstances of their lives, the good and the bad, whether self-induced or not. This is because God so clearly differentiates the sinner from the sin. One who kills is not a murderer, as if this is their character and identity. They remain a sinful person sought by God, just as the thieves crucified along Jesus discovered. Both initially joined with the crowd below in abusing Jesus. Then one made a simple request for salvation. Jesus heard that request and accepted it, even though he had no time for making any amendment for his criminal life. On a day when darkness covered the earth, sunshine broke through and bathed a scene of horror with the warmth of its penetrating rays. I need to pray and seek the humble-mindedness I need in approaching God and praying for God's kingdom to come here on earth. The hypocrisy of my inner critic needs to fall silent, confronted with the unreasonable grace of the God I claim to serve. I'm invited to live within God's kingdom. God is not merely a welcome guest I gladly entertain within the kingdom of my human heart. The ways of God are beyond my comprehension. I am to celebrate the grace of God and in journey with prayerful compassion for all my fellow occupants on earth. I am to entrust my questions, my complaint and my judgment to God, who alone knows everything and remains the only one competent to judge. As we enter into the God space today, it's tough to silence your inner critic. Yet on what basis have you the authority to judge another? Invest your energy in celebrating God's grace extended to you and covering a multitude of sins, whilst at the same time praying for God's mercy to be extended to all. Amen. Behind the deepest cloud, the sun continues to shine. I know that those rays can and will penetrate and remind me of God's patient, enduring presence. For this I wait. Now please do visit premier.org.uk/Voice of Hope to follow along with these daily meditations at home. And join me this Sunday for Premier Life as well as for Be Still and Know throughout the week. But for now, from me, Micah Jazz, it's goodbye and God bless.